It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Vivint Smart Home Arena in downtown Salt Lake City. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz taking on the Houston Rockets. The opening tip won by the Jazz as we get started in Salt Lake City. Rubio. Here comes the screen. Jay, we talk about it all the time. The coaches in this league, who best puts their players in a position to shine? And now I give you Quinn Snyder.
I remember Quinn Snyder, after an ugly loss to Atlanta last year, really made some changes to their system. And here's the thing I love about Quinn Snyder. He recruited me when I was 15 and 16 years old. He was an assistant coach at Duke. The way he spoke to me really got me to buy in. He taught me that it was about being part of something bigger than yourself. And when you buy into what Quinn Snyder preaches, that's how you end up beating OKC in the first round NBA playoffs.
And he makes them both. It's Jazz ball. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Capella. Here comes the screen. Paul. Off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Joe Ingles. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Shot for James Harden, unbothered by the defense as he drills it. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. To P.J. Tucker. Throws it up. Flushes down the slam.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
To Gobert. Joe Ingles. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. To Paul. Can't connect from in close. Here's Rubio into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Five to shoot for Utah. Shot by Rubio, no good. To Harden. Tucker. To Harden. Here's a chance from long range, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Rubio matched up with Capella. Paul. For three. His first effort off the mark. Rubio into the front court. They're down 3. Mitchell matched up with Harden. Tucker to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Driving is Harden, but he can't get it to go down.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy one.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Has a look. Off the mark. Well contested. Paul into the front court. Leads 3. To Harden. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Here's Rubio up top. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Ricky Rubio. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Paul to Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. And he buries it. Jay upping the ante from beyond the arc.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Long heave from 3/4 court. First quarter's complete. The Rockets with the lead. One quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They play with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Here comes the screen. To Paul. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Good look that time, but off the mark. Here's Rubio into the front court. The score 12-8. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To P.J. Tucker. Driving right to the basket. Korver. Won't go. To Paul. To Rivers. Shot clock winding down. Fires the 3. Defense was ready. Tough shot for Austin Rivers. Korver. Down low Crowder. Nice pass to get things going.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Screen coming. Take stock of the floor. To Rivers. Paul. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing now.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans could never do, even if you're not known for it.
To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Tucker. Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah. Rockets have the steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
James Harden. He's now 4 for 6.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
And scores.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Paul across the timeline. Up by 3. And he'll head to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
James Harden has got 2 shots coming. A career 85% free throw. And he connects on the first free throw.
Utah. Subbing in for Houston, number 15.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Utah's got it. Rubio to Gobert. Slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
The assist from number 3, Ricky Rubio.
Paul to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden trying to take it to the basket, but a shot stays out. Rubio into the front court. Down 3. Mitchell guarded by Clint Capella. Korver to Rubio. Goes to the right side. Korver to Rubio. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
It's Rockets ball.
Number 45, Mitchell.
To P.J. Tucker. Gets a shot up off the mark. Here's Rubio up top. It's a 1-point game as we approach halftime. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Here comes the screen. Paul to P.J. Tucker from long range. Knocks it down.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the 3.
Mitchell with it up top. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Deep 2 there, won't go. Harden. That misses with 3 seconds left. So a tie one as we reach the break in a 1-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The Rockets have the lead, but not by much. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they could keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets. The Jazz are still very much in this matchup. And without question, they can put themselves in a position to win this game if they continue to rack up the assists. These are the guys getting buckets for the Utah Jazz.
Game track. Bench points.
The NBA season is long, and these days, starters take rest days. And that's why it's so important to have bench players that can be productive like we're seeing here today.
Player of the half.
James Harden has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was gold?
Ricky efficient in the first half. He's been suffering through miss after miss, and no matter what he tries, it's just not working for him. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
A lot of intrigue to come in this second half. A one-point game as we resume play here in the third quarter. Harden with it up top. Leads just a point. Jazz have the ball. Knocked loose. Rockets have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Harden. Here comes the screen. Favors. Sizing up Eric Gordon. To Harden. Lets it fly from long range with James Harden. Muscle memory. Gets it to go.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
To P.J. Tucker. Paul. Down to 5 on the 24. Capella down low and throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Here's Rubio into the front court. The deficit is 6. To Joe Ingles. Rubio. Mitchell. Shot won't go. Gordon with it. Up 6. To Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. Not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Rubio. Trying to cash in. Rubio can't get that one to fall.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First one goes down.
For Utah, number 99, Jay Crowder.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Donovan Mitchell with the rock.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
To Joe Ingles. No, I missed a short one there. Gordon with it. Lead stands at 10. To Harden.
What's that cutter? What's that cutter? What's the cutter? What's the cutter?
Ooh, Chris Paul. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
To Joe Ingles. 4-3. Tough shot for Joe Ingles. No good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Chance for Chris Paul. Now a step back.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Gobert. Down low to Favors. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Substitutions, Houston.
Ooh, Chris Paul. 4 out of 7. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
You need a brick wall to defend this guy. One of the best in the game, Kyle Korver.
And your big is the one making that happen. Every time he's involved in a PNR, he's slipping it, forcing that guy from the weak side to come down and help. Quick skip passes equal threes in the bank.
Tucker. Here comes the screen. To Paul. Has a chance. Shot by Paul. No good. Grayson Allen to Gobert. Screen coming. Down low for Gobert. Off the assist.
2 points. The assist from number
Late heave to beat the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete with the Rockets in front. It's Utah basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Buries it.
This game comes down to micro adjustments. Either mismatches, ball screens, slipping action on those ball screens, quick fades to threes. It just seems like you're actually finding your rhythm offensively.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. And finishes strong.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Paul to Gerald Green. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. To Favors. Rubio. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Now Paul with the basketball. They lead it, 4-point game. To P.J. Tucker, fires the 3. Jay, I don't know if you call that the shooter's touch, but they will take it.
Well, essentially, the touch did happen.
To Rubio. Goes to the left side. Joe Ingles to Rubio. Has a look. Mitchell's shot, no good.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jazz will take a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
And I've been seeing a lot of barking back and forth between the players and the fans. I actually like that. I think that gets the players more engaged in the game, in particular sometimes when the game seems like it's dead air.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Mitchell hardens on him. Gets it in the left corner. Trying to cash in. by Crowder, no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Paul. Rubio into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Can't connect. Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. Capella to Paul. Has a chance. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that meant to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Rubio. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Now whistle and a timeout for Utah. They're down big in this fourth quarter and a chance here to empty their bench. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 26, Kyle.
To Korver. Rubio, deep left corner. To Rubio. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Deep 2 there, won't go.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
To Capella. Oh, he had him there for a second. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here's a chance from long range. That misses with 3 seconds left. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets were solid in today's victory. And more often than not, they were hitting the three when they popped from long range. Winning gets a lot easier when you're adding so many points to the scoreboard. Check out the leading scores for the Houston Rockets. The Jazz didn't get the victory they wanted here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored. For the Utah Jazz,
Game track. Steals.
The Utah Jazz just couldn't seem to hold on to the ball in today's matchup. To be fair, their opponent deserves credit for some excellent defense, but I think their job was made easier for them. Most of those steals came in the first half.
Player of the game.
Chris Paul could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.